Good afternoon and welcome to Social Media Fridays, episode 72. Each week we meet here to discuss topics posted on the Social Media Fridays community on Google+. With us tonight we have Edwin Jonk. Edwin is CEO of idishost.nl in the Netherlands. You can find Edwin at idesthost.nl. Masataki Wasa is webmaster of wasaweb.net. He's also a Google top contributor on the AdSense and also the Google Plus help community. And find Masataki at wasaweb.net, wasaweb.net. And Tim Capper is also a Google top contributor and with the Google My Business Forum. He's proud to call himself an SEO, a conversion rate optimization specialist from the UK. You can find Tim at onlineownership.com. All right, our first topic tonight is an Australian company hands over control of their Twitter profile to a chicken. So far it hasn't picked out a word yet, but then again, given most posts on Twitter, that's really not a disadvantage. Or many posts on Twitter anyway. Any comments, guys?
Well, yeah. What are they trying to prove?
Come on, wouldn't you follow a chicken on Twitter?
Well,
I mean, a real chicken.
I mean, how big was their brand initially?
Let me see. I'll see if I can.
I mean, ultimately, the chicken's not going to be able to post updates, but so it's not like they really handed it over to a chicken. But yeah.
Well, you know, the chicken could have a human assistant.
Yeah, it could just be an it could be an interesting study and to show that actually, you know, social could be run by a chicken. A lot of people.
I will say this, Tim. She's got 37,000 followers today.
Well, there you go. Just goes to prove that social media, you don't need to be a genius.
What's the chicken impression?
Yeah, just give it to a chicken.
Well, it's something which cut through, isn't it? It was funny. I didn't follow her or him. Well, I suppose it must be a her, isn't it? It was a boy, it'd be a rooster.
Yeah.
Girls always get it easy. All right, let's leave that one and move on to the next. This one was an inside look at the new ad-free YouTube Red, where YouTube gives you a feed which is ad-free. Yeah, any comments?
Well, actually, it is an interview with the what is his name? With Keel, the Chief Business Officer for YouTube. the YouTube Red. Just some background. YouTube Red is a subscription. It's $10 a month, and you don't get ads. You get Google Play Music, and you get to see dedicated content for YouTube Red. So that's basically it. That's what you get for $10 a month. But it's not the first time YouTube tried something similar. In 2013, they rolled out paid channels. So people had to pay for the channel. There was also a tip jar, which they call fan funding, where fans could donate as they please. And now there is YouTube Red. And for me, the most interesting thing is that they included Google Play Music. From memory, I think Google Play doesn't come in the top 5 music streaming services. I think Spotify is number 1. Apple Music is number 2. Deezer is number 3. And Google Play Music isn't there at all. So that's a nice way to boost Google Play Music. For YouTube Red, there's still a little bit of a problem because they haven't got a deal with Disney yet, which can be quite problematic, especially for music in the movie Frozen. That's quite popular. There was also a little bit concern about product placement. As far as I know, that's okay. So you can have product placement and serve the video to YouTube Red users. And that's for the creators. That's their money, right? Their money isn't really in the YouTube ads. It's more in the product placements where the creators make their money. So that's quite important for them. YouTube gets 45% of the revenue, and 55% goes to the creators. So every time a Red user watch a YouTube movie or a YouTube film, the creator gets something.
I mean, is it favourably comparable to, say, a service like Netflix, which is
no, because they don't have the deals. They don't have deals with Hollywood creators, so they don't have the movies. They don't have The Walking Dead or other series. It's only on YouTube.
It'd be interesting, though, whether such things would be available in the future.
Yeah, well, look, I think it's interesting, but there are some movies on YouTube. I know because we watched one the other night. It was the only place we could find it.
Yeah, there are movies, YouTube/movies, but I think there aren't that many, and the quality isn't that great, right?
Mm-hmm.
Another feature for YouTube Red is that you can listen to music or watch movies offline. So you can basically make playlists. I think it is a smart decision for YouTube, because otherwise they have to rely solely on advertisement, right? This is another revenue stream. They try to boost up Google Play Music. They try to make it a little bit more sweet by having dedicated content. So it's basically a no-brainer, right?
Well, I mean, we pay out $15 a month for Netflix, and you'd probably, I might give this a try.
Yeah. Personally, I wouldn't spend $10 to remove advertisement. I think that's a little bit too much. But you get Google Play Music for it, so that makes it more.
How much does Google Play Music cost normally?
I think also $10.
So basically, you're getting something that would normally cost $10 for $10.
Yeah.
And you get ad-free as well. Well, therefore,
Yeah.
you know, yeah. I might have a look at it.
But Google Play Music doesn't do that great in terms of numbers. I'm not sure if Google Play Music is active in. Oh yeah, it's €10 for me here in the Netherlands. So.
Well, that's the other thing. Is it available in Australia? Probably not.
I don't know. But Google Play Music is similar to Spotify. They also have the same license deals. So.
Okay. Have we covered this? I'm recording that as a yes. Here's one from Meher Bagat. She's talking about Ello opening up its public membership. You don't have to wait anymore for a special invite. I remember Masataki and Edwin and I had a bet on how many followers that that Ello would get.
Yeah, I think you've won, Jim.
Yes.
All right.
Well, it's still going. It's still going. That's one thing. I mean.
Yes, but so is MySpace. Okay.
And they still don't make money, right?
Yeah, because they don't have ads.
No.
And they don't sell data. So, yeah, I thought they were going to monetize within the landscape, but has that happened? I thought there was going to be some sort of premium account.
Yeah, with additional features.
Yeah.
Something like a subscription model. As far as I know, there's none. So I will be worried as a user, right?
Yeah, I think most people understand that social media platforms have to generate revenue to turn a profit, if not at least to cover the costs of running it. So if you can't see a business model of how it's run, then it does. I think it does make you slightly worried. It certainly would make me worried. So okay, if you're not doing this, if you're not doing that, what are you doing to generate the revenue to cover the running costs, at least? And yeah, most cases people can understand what a business does, how a business makes money. So without a clear blueprint of how it is doing so, it's very difficult to be very confident in a platform, whether that would exist in so many years' time.
Yes, I can't see it persisting. Pretty soon people will be paying Mark Trepagan not to declare their startups a winner. All right, let's move on to the next. And this one, how the reactions test will impact ranking. It's about Facebook news. I have no idea what this is about. It says Facebook reactions are for pages too. Test your user base for their reactions to your content via page insights feature in Facebook. What does it mean?
There was an update where you can share instead of the like button. There's also a reaction button. Not sure what reactions were. That's how many times I used it. So Facebook is saying now that they will use that for ranking. Well, that's fine. They always say that. That's whenever there's something new, they say, well, might impact ranking, but don't worry, everything will be the same. Something like that. Overall, pages should continue to post things that the audience finds meaningful and continue using our page post best practices. So. Have you used the reactions on Facebook, Mastake?
No. Apparently, has it been rolled out?
I'm not sure.
It says, well, the linked page is dated 8th of October. And it says, today we're beginning to test reactions, an extension of the like button that gives people more ways to share their reaction to a post in a quick and easy way. We're excited to start this test, but understand that this is a big change and one that we want to make sure to get right. So we're starting by offering reactions to Ireland and Spain, where people will be able to react to any post across Facebook. Posts from friend, advertising, publisher, business. You have it?
Yeah. So my hairbreaker shared earthquake in Delhi. Hope everything is safe. So presumably you don't want to like that, right?
Yeah.
So now I can do happy, in love, sad, eating, active, celebrating, working, sleepy, confused, angry.
Okay. Let me see if I have it on my washing through notifications. I don't seem to have it. Only have like.
Oh, those are the stickers. Oh, right.
Okay. Was there anything more to add to this one?
I don't seem to have it. That's the only thing.
No, no, no. No, I don't think I have it either.
So yeah, I think it's still in the. I think it still is in the testing phase.
All right. We call this one a wrap?
Yes.
Okay. Another one from Meher. I just noticed, you see the heading at the top of the page there, Edwin. It was us testing to make sure we're getting the times right. Forgot to take it out again. Okay. Anyway, Facebook will warn you if the government is hacking your profile. Facebook is now warning users if it detects that a user's account is being targeted or compromised by a government. How would you compromise? Oh, I don't know. I think it's a bit far-fetched, but anyway, what do you think of this one, guys?
Well, I hope they don't do it for everything. On Facebook, there are some nutheads, and I really want the government to get some data from Facebook if a user is posting something terrible, and I don't want Facebook to share that with them.
Yeah. On the other flip side, even if Facebook says, "Hey, the government checked out your page," what the hell are you going to do about it anyway? I mean, I know from what Edwin said, like obviously if someone's up to something, then they've been alerted and they can create another page or whatever.
Yeah,
or
remove the whole page. Facebook stated that if you remove or your whole profile, if you remove your profile, all the data will be deleted. I think in 2 weeks' time. So then the evidence is lost.
Yeah, not really.
No, they did say that in court.
Yeah, that's what Facebook says. But listen, I mean, on the face of it, any government agency that is relying on getting, sort of evidence based upon Facebook, then they're pretty crap.
Well, not only, as an addition.
Yeah, but let's face it, any government agency that's worth its salt is not going to trigger this anyway.
I imagine Facebook records geodata when people post.
If they can, yes.
That'd be useful for a government. I leave my phone in the same place all the time. All right, will we go to the next one? I'll be guided by you guys.
Yeah. Go to the next.
This one also posted by Meher. Buffer lost half its social media traffic this year. I won't try and read out this whole story. Oh, well, I'll try. Is it just Buffer suffering alone, or are other similar platforms going through a low traffic phase? Great analysis by Larry Kim, and I agree with Rand Fishman's statement that Buffer was revolutionary and unique in 2014 and 2013. Well, for what I could come up with, the social is now. 10 minutes later on social is just yesterday. Buffer is failing in the most important tool, innovation in social, and is missing some additional features. One can't just be consistent and expect growth in social. One of the other things that really frustrates me is the non-organic part on social. It's just all over the place. Organic post comes and goes with the blink of an eye. More insight into the mind of Meher Bagat. I have to confess, what is Buffer?
Buffer is a service, it's buffer.com, which I use essentially to post materials on social media platforms. You can sort of plan it. You can plan the posting to different platforms, so you can sort of stack things to be posted at a particular time. And I think it's also a browser extension so that you can click on your browser extension and then share the page that you're on with the social media platform of your choice. So it's both a publishing tool and a sharing tool. I'm not so sure whether that would be a fair assessment, but that's how I see it.
So in the article, they make the point that Facebook Mobile doesn't add the UTM parameters, which is for Google Analytics. So that could be a reason why they are down on Facebook. But I don't really understand that one, because Buffer uses a shortener, right?
Yeah.
So then the UTM won't be removed, right?
Oof. Yeah, if it's shared via Buffer, then yeah, Buffer can add the UTM, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
What if the referrer will still be Facebook, or if they don't serve the referrer at all, it will be direct traffic.
Yeah.
Well, the Google Plus drop of 72% in the article suggests that is normal, because Google Plus isn't that hot anymore.
Yeah. Buffer, I mean, I use Hootsuite and Buffer for essentially for similar purposes, publishing tool. Hootsuite you can sign in with Google, Buffer you can't. So while you can add Google Plus pages, I think, on Buffer, you can sign in using Google credentials. So I tend to use Hootsuite more for that reason.
Yes, I think it's annoying when you can't use Twitter or Google Plus to sign into some of these services. I mean, do they expect we're just walking? I mean, passwords. I can't even remember what day it is, let alone a password that I used yesterday. All right, let's toddle on to the next. Facebook is using your feed to ask for reviews. I think the backstory to this is that in your feed, Facebook is posting messages asking you to review places that you visited and sort of putting it to you as a social responsibility thing. Very useful for Facebook to get a big review bank and all for free.
Well, to be honest, for me personally, the Facebook local is pretty bad. There aren't that many companies, there aren't that many reviews. So I would, if I would look for a review or for a restaurant, I would go to Google and not to Facebook. So if they are trying to boost up the number of reviews, yeah, this is a great way of doing it. They have a huge user base, and they can compete with Google Local.
All right, let's move on. This one, yes, this was one from last week, which was carried over. Facebook had a news section for people with slower connections, and there's obviously a need for it because it received on its first day 1 billion hits for the first time. I don't know what the situation is for you guys, but here in Australia, we have got a huge disparity from suburb to suburb. You can go to premises with 100 meg download to premises with 2 or 3 meg. They're paying for a 20 meg service, but because of they might be on a rim or they might be a long distance from the exchange. But a friend of mine lives in Pakenham near Melbourne, and he gets 3 megabyte download. Just ridiculous.
Yeah,
so,
that is ridiculous.
A service that's targeted for those with a slower internet connection is a good thing. Wasn't that long ago? You go on.
Oh no, finish your thoughts, Jim.
I was going to say wasn't that long ago that people were looking at the internet through a 56 kbps modem. Actually, it was 33k first off, and when 56 came along. It was just amazing. You remember those days, Edwin?
Yeah. But I was a child back then.
What have I done? Clicked the wrong button.
From memory, I know that Facebook uploaded a library to the to GitHub, because what they basically do within the Android app or iOS app is to check your internet service, your mobile internet service, and they basically open source that little code snippet. So that's a nice touch. But what they are doing different, I don't know. If you're on a poor internet connection and your newsfeed is loading slowly, we first download the story you're currently looking at. Okay. So that will be asynchronous, right? Also, the images are getting more progressive in a more progressive JPEG format, which is a low quality, but less bytes to download, so that will make it faster.
Yeah. All right. Here's a post that I completely disagree with. What time should you post on Facebook and Twitter? It's an infographic. I don't think there's any real time. I really don't, because I mean people are looking at your feed from all over the world. So you know, who's to say that this infographic it might be US centric? I don't. It just I don't know. Just leaves me cold. It just doesn't make sense. Who disagrees?
Yeah, well, it depends a little bit on your audience, right? If you only have audience in Australia, for example, makes a little bit more sense. And for Twitter, it makes the most sense, because on Twitter you will just get what other people are posting at that particular moment. On Facebook, if you take a look at your timeline, you see that it is posted on different times. So it is possible to share something at 7 o'clock in the morning, and people will see it at 11 o'clock in the morning, and still click on it because they like your post. And Facebook says, well, this particular post is more important for you, so within your news feed we pump it up a little bit higher. But on Twitter, that's not the case. On Twitter, it's just a stream of tweets posted in chronological order.
Yeah, and if everyone posts at the same time, your post is going to get buried.
Yeah. Just an example, this particular infographic suggests that you shouldn't be posting on Sunday. On Google Plus we have David Emerland, and every Sunday morning he posts a great, well, it's basically an article about what he was thinking about that particular week. He calls it Sunday Read. I'm pretty sure he got a lot of attention, traffic, and follow us from that.
Yeah, I agree.
So basically do what works for you.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next. Twitter to lay off 300 employees comprising 8% of their workforce. So that makes their workforce how big? If it was 10%, they'd have 3,000. So it must be around about 3,400 before they've got just a fraction over 3,000 employees.
Well, Twitter has around 4,100 employees globally, apparently.
Does the article say where they're going to cut, lay off employees?
It doesn't say which department sections are affected.
Because a couple of years they invested a lot in, how would they call them? Local language representatives, right? So for the Netherlands, you had a couple of people. For Twitter, for the UK, for France. They were quite aggressively there with hiring people.
Yeah. Well, it is claimed that this is for streamlining.
Is this the beginning of the end for Twitter?
Well, or maybe it's just to please the investors. That's what the article suggests. They suggested the Twitter stock fell. Well, as a CEO, you say we're going to lay off a lot of people, and they are pleased, right? Because you have to protect your bonus.
Hmm. I wonder if Tim Capper sold any of his Twitter stock.
No.
All right. Let's move on to the next. Oops, we're at that stage again. Thank you for watching. We haven't had a viewer tonight. Haven't seen one anyway. I have been looking out. But if you are watching this a little bit later on, thank you. And your interest in what we do makes what we do worthwhile. We'll be back at the same time next Monday to do it all again. Thank you for watching.